Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Miss Eileen, and today I want to talk to you about a social audio app that you probably haven't heard about yet, and it's called Soundwave. Soundwave is a really cool app that I'm going to screen share right now and show you what it looks like. I'm using an iPhone. All right, so I am on the home page of Soundwave. And so once again, eileen.link/Soundwave. But I want you to know this app is totally free. And one of the things that I love about it is, like I said, a social audio app. But I'm on the home page, and the first place I want to go is to the one that looks like the little hands, and it talks about the values of Soundwave. It's a place to express yourself and find community through the authenticity and intimacy of your voice. Here are the behaviors we've been seeing and want to encourage more on Soundwave. So it's authenticity, inclusivity, I love that, self-expression, community, support, and safety. And then they go into their community rules. All right, so you post an audio that is 60 seconds long, and then people can respond to you. So you'll see here, I'm going to look at Brandon. He and I have connected here on this app, so it's Brandon Novara. And you see here that it's got 16 hearts on this wave. Then also you can see that little icon in the middle there, and that lets you know the people that have responded to his wave, his sound wave, and you see their responses there. Now you can give them a heart. You also, as the person who created the sound wave, you can add text. So I'll show you that on my profile. So let's go over to my profile here. And in this particular case, this Soundwave app is something that you use to express yourself. So sometimes it's just a thought that comes to mind. And so this was the thought that I was having yesterday. And I was feeling curious to know how the community felt about it. And so I got 49 hearts, which is great. And then you see here those responses that came in. But then you'll also see here is where what I was talking about here, I uploaded a photo and I put a link to that photo so people could see the photo. And this here is where at the very bottom, you see you have two options here. I could tap to reply, so I could respond to those folks that have responded to me, or I could click on the keyboard there. You see that on the bottom? And it says, only you can write here. So when it's your sound wave, you're the only one that can respond via text. Now also what you can do is, once you've listened to someone's response, you can click on the little icon right next to it, and you have options there that you can give them the different emojis to let them know how you feel about what they said. Also, you can share these sound waves to Instagram, copy the link, you can download it, and I recommend that if you're going to share it, let's say on Facebook or on Twitter, I recommend that you download it. Then that way it shows there with the graphics. So it's always going to have that black background. So kind of stands out when you share it on your different platforms. Let's go back to the home area, and they have a little bit of gamification of this app. And look at the icons on the top row, and I'm going to go to the second one now that looks like a crown, and you'll see here these are support. This is like a leaderboard. People who listen and reply to others beyond their own waves. And Brandon is up on the top of the leaderboard, and you got to scroll down quite a bit. And there's your girl, number 12. So I got to get in there today and do some more listening and sharing. And I love it because it is not something that's uh, necessarily focused on what I always talk about, which is technology and showing you guys what buttons to push and all of that. But then there's also outreach. Outreach means how many people have you invited to join Soundwave? So I'm going to invite you. Use that link, eileen.link/soundwave. I want to give a shout out to my friend Ray. He's RAY on Twitter as well. Thanks, Ray, for introducing me to Soundwave. I'm just going to do a test. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. And you get to post it in different pools. They call them pools. So you've got about Soundwave, advice, anxiety, ask people, music, news, off my chest, random, spirituality, stories. And when you record the wave, it's 60 seconds, but that doesn't mean you can't add on to it because you really would kind of be replying to yourself. Then you can also add feelings. So you can add that emoji to your waves there. And I'll tell you, one of the most popular ones was when I talked about my grandson, Joseph. It gives me an opportunity to share my joy of having one of the cutest little grandbabies on the planet. And so I got 73 hearts with that. And then I also got so many comments and responses and people talking about the fact that Joseph plays the drums and how, it's really a sign of intelligence. Yeah, I agree with that. Not necessarily to build your brand or get exposure. It's not about that. It's a social app where you can go and you can reach out to the community, asking questions, answering questions, and just connecting with people. Isn't that what social media is really all about? So, with that, I will talk to you in the next video. And it's your girl, Miss Eileen. And as always, I say, stay beautiful.